Alright, well, it is time to move on, I think. And there's a strange thing that happens. It seems to happen a lot, actually. Where, like, as soon as I decide that I'm moving on, shit starts to go bad. Not really bad, but like, you know, this morning I had the police come and fucking kick me out of a spot. And then I had the library staff tell me I couldn't have my sleeping bag inside the building, which is like one of those things where it's like, okay, there's no actual reason to ban bedding specifically from being in a library. That's just, you're just specifically targeting homeless people. It's just like, okay, alright, fine. I was planning on heading out anyway, so I guess Ogden got tired of me as soon as I got tired of Ogden. Let's see if Provo's any better. Alright, different mountains. Same area. But yeah. Notably, there's some weird, like, very straight lines going on there. I can't tell if it's natural or artificial. If it's artificial, I don't know why they would be doing that. There is a lot of like a lot of lines in the snow up in these mountains anyway. Like I don't know, what would you call it? Stratification. There's a lot of stratification. It's just like suspiciously straight up there. But anyway, it's fine. So yeah, I am here in Provo now, and I think there's a bus that goes down to Spanish Fork. Let me actually look at the map for a second and show you what I'm thinking about. So down this way, you get to Spanish Fork. Now where I'm trying to go, okay, I'm trying to go from Provo here to Grand Junction. And there's basically two ways of doing that. Either I follow I-15, like all the way down to somewhere. I think basically Salina. Like if I somehow got to Salina, that would be fine. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. Because from there, then this road goes straight to Grand Junction. Or if I go through this road here down to Price, this road meets up with that other one, and then that goes over to Grand Junction. But it's a little spidery. There's a lot of different ways to go here. But I was looking at I think it's this. Yeah, this intersection right here looks like maybe my best bet. There is looks like a traffic signal stoplight. And there's like something around here. There's a Walmart neighborhood market and a gas station. It's not that much, but it's something. So if I held up a sign there saying going to Price, because then the other thing is you got to dodge people who are actually going the wrong way. But I think most people leaving out of there should be going down this road to Price. That would be the idea. And that is also it would be the first time I have hitchhiked since like Illinois last year. I didn't do any hitchhiking through Wisconsin. I obviously hopped the train over to Washington, didn't do any hitchhiking from there down to California. Didn't hitchhike, took the bus. I've just been taking Greyhound buses and hopping trains. So that would be the first real hitchhiking I've done in a very long time. That is the plan. We'll see if it holds up. I was just walking over to go play some music at the Walmart, and there's this other traveler dude sitting there. It's my engine. talked to him for a little bit. He said it's easier to go north through Ogden over to Wyoming. So, I don't really want to change my mind right now, but you know what? Sometimes being too strict is like not a good thing. I'm at least gonna give it a shot though. I gotta at least get out there and try and hitchhike a little bit. I made $2 before getting kicked out. Still baffles me why they kick out buskers. I guess I understand a little more for just panhandlers, but even then, I don't know who it's hurting really. So, whatever. Alright, after like an hour and a half of walking, I have made it over here. This is the last intersection with this highway, which I think is Highway 6, maybe, something like that, before it heads off into the mountains. And then the next town down that way is Price. So at some point here, I'm going to make a sign. I'm going to find somewhere to situate myself over there and stick out the thumb. Hopefully I can get to Price. Well, for now, I'm sitting here drinking a 40 on the outskirts of a very wealthy neighborhood. I guess I don't know very wealthy, but wealthy. And a very Mormon neighborhood. I do know it's very Mormon because there are 2 LDS churches right next to each other, because there's so many Mormons in this neighborhood that one church could not hold them all. But anyway, yeah, I'm just, you know, for right now, I'm just kind of sitting here, and I don't even know if it's going to be possible to hitchhike out of here. There's a good chance that in a couple of days I end up going back up to Ogden with my tail between my legs, maybe going over, taking the Wyoming route instead. I don't know, maybe that is the best way. But I think I'm going to at least give it 8 hours at this spot. If I can't get a ride in 8 hours, or alternatively, if I get hassled by the cops, then I will give up and I'll go away. But for right now, I'm not going to think about it that way. I'm going to try and have a positive mindset. I am maybe the least positive person in the world, but I'm going to try, and yeah, hopefully that helps. There's a bunch of sheep over here. I don't know if I've ever seen a sheep farm in person. Obviously I know they must exist, but there they are right in front of me. Seems like a pretty good spot to hitchhike from, actually. There's a sidewalk. I love loud trucks. There's a sidewalk that goes all the way up to here. There's a nice wide shoulder, plenty of visibility. So, you know, if I can't get out from here, it's not for lack of trying. Hey.
Hi.
Found these cool guys on the road. They picked me up.
Oh yeah, hey.
We're having a little party down to Price.
We will. Wait, did Staley come over last night to crack Kara? Kara said they didn't even crack.
I know how to play this one.
Is there a bear here?
I don't think so, but if you say there's a bear, there's a bear.
I saw something.
Maybe it's Bigfoot.
Probably.
I hope so.
Should we turn around and go figure it out?
Yeah, should we go figure it out? I would love to fuck around and find out. Wow. A random thing. Oh, I have service again. That was
To a club?
such a choice.
That was the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. Welcome to Price. The last time we went to a mic concert.
Well, that was interesting. I guess they're like 3 rich kids who were going to a wedding in Moab, and I mean, it was a good time. I busted out the ukulele and gave them a little concert, and then they're kind of just talking about like some party that they had been to. There's like, the dude who was driving had some crazy jewelry on that it was, I don't know if it was real diamonds or whatever, but it looked like fucking expensive. And one of the girls had like a little thing on her wrist with some diamonds on it too. So anyway, not sure why they picked me up, but I'm glad. So price. So it is going to be raining tomorrow. I don't know how much, but it looks like most of the day. I was kind of thinking I could just set up in these woods over here, but it does say no trespassing. Which, you know, it doesn't mean anything necessarily, but it means that if I'm going to be in these woods, I should be pretty hidden. But the other option is under this bridge. On the other side of the bridge, it looks pretty good. So I'm thinking I might try that. I don't even know if I can get over there, to be honest. Haven't checked yet. And then there's another bridge over there that's got a train track. I was actually looking at the tracks, and it looks like they might side out here. It goes from one track to two tracks in town and then back to one. So they might side out right here. But I think I'm on a hitchhiking kick anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. There's the Price River, I guess. I think it was called the Price River. Kind of a small river, but we'll see if it swells up after the rain tomorrow. Alright, well, it's clearly a place that the locals know about. This is kind of sweet over here. I don't know, probably just for fun, I don't know. Maybe they start fires over there or something. Lots of dicks and curse words and shit. Yeah, definitely just like local kids. There's a fire pit over here. It's even a little mattress. There's a little walking path over there, so might get a little bit of some people walking by, but they can't get past this. They can't see past that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, seems good enough, and at least means that I won't have to set up a tent. So I can just kind of like sleep light and pack it out in the morning. And if it is raining all day, then oh well. Yeah, should be alright. This dust is so fine. I think that if people had been here recently, you'd be able to tell. I mean, you can see like little tiny bird feet. You can also see my footprints, and then you can see what must be like a cat or something. It just kind of like walks the same path all the time. That's kind of funny. I almost looked right past this because I thought it was just a clump of dirt. That's actually a little stand of mushrooms. Look at that. Oh shit, it's not in focus, sorry. Some just growing out of the sand there. Some mycelium on the bottom. I thought they were puffballs at first, which would be fun because those are edible, but I don't think these guys are edible. There, like nothing ever happened. There must be some sort of shit in the water. Some kind of minerals. It's just getting all over the rocks and stuff. Probably wouldn't want to, you know, bathe in there or drink from there. Also, I don't know why this is just a constant stream of water. That seems not right, but you know what? Not my problem. I can see the blue sky right there. But where I'm at, it is not nice weather. I'm awake, even now. I feel it more than ever, don't know how. I keep my shit together when I feel like I'm stumbling through a world that's always crumbling. I get by somehow, even though I may not understand, I try to grow. Maybe in the end, when I've made 1,000 mistakes and survived 1,000 heartbreaks, I'll get by somehow. In this world, I never feel like I'm at home. I always do my shit alone. I'm only made of flesh and bone. In this world, my promises are made to break. Thank you.
Are you taking, like, are you needing
I do need
money
money.
for food or anything?
Yeah, I'm not really like
Yeah.
busking right now, but I do.
No, you,
the
times
money.
are tough, man. It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see if people can get a little nicer instead of just, I don't know, it feels like they're getting more selfish every day.
Yeah. Oh, thank you
It's
so
not
much.
much, but
I appreciate it. It's a lot.
no, you're good.
It's a lot. as far
It's
as
too
I'm
cold
concerned.
today, so I hope you can at least get you a
It
coffee
is.
and sandwich or something.
Well,
But
thank
keep
you.
playing, you have a great voice.
God bless you.
God bless you.
And God bless you. Yep, that was some real sporadic weather there. I'm glad that I decided to go under the bridge and not try and set up a tent. I guess I'm gonna just stay here until, like, it's gonna rain more tomorrow, so I guess I'll just stay here until like Tuesday, I guess, or maybe tomorrow night. I don't know, but it's kind of a nice place, you know, not too bad. So I was walking around and it just rained, so there's a bunch of puddles, and I stepped in a puddle and I noticed that my foot was feeling wet on the bottom. I was hoping that would be a more dramatic reveal, but basically there's a frickin' hole through the sole of my shoe. I have complained about these boots already, but that's just another level, man. I've never seen boots fail like that before. Like, usually when boots fail, it's like, you know, stuff coming apart at the seams there, or like holes getting formed somewhere, but I've never seen the sole of the shoe break in half like that. It's just insanity. I noticed this little tag here. Looks like I'm not the only traveler who has been through this area. It makes sense to me. I mean, this is probably the most direct way from Utah to Colorado. Although I imagine a lot of train hoppers would just take the train all the way over to Cheyenne or whatever and then go south, which is probably what I should have done, but oh well. I'm glad I got to see Price. I just noticed this one here. I think it looks like there was an original message and then some people vandalized it. But it looks like the original message was Freddie Lewis was here at this time, 1 p.m. 6/19/85, which is a long time ago, from Sandusky, New Mexico. Something, there's like a bunch of bullshit around it. Coming from Phoenix, Arizona, going to Salt Lake City. Which, I'm not sure about my geography, but I'm not sure how you would get from Phoenix to Salt Lake. while I'm coming through this area, but I don't know. And then somebody's just written like sucks dick after Freddie Lewis. And then I like to fuck, but no chick coming. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. And then someone says fuck you, Lewis, over there. So I don't know. A lot of just like extremely crude shit written around here in like the worst handwriting I've ever seen. Where's the other one over here? Yeah, like it looks like it was written by a fucking 5-year-old. So I don't know, man. Some real ignorant shit being written around here. A lot of dicks too. Just so many dicks. I don't know. Some like gay motherfuckers in this town apparently. Alright. It is raining a little bit. But also the sun's out. So that's fun. I was looking around for a rainbow. But I don't see one, unfortunately. I don't know why, maybe it's just too localized or something, but usually you'd see a rainbow. But anyway, I'm bored out of my mind. Just sitting here at the Taco Bell. So I guess I'm gonna go downtown. There's like a library I'll go sit at. Yesterday I sat down and played some music and filmed myself. And I recorded 4 of the songs that I was looking at, which is good. So I need to get that uploaded and all that stuff, and I guess I should probably be working on putting my next video together as well. Should have enough stuff. I would kind of like to get out of here before I upload the next video, but on the other hand, maybe it's better just to keep the pace up, not worry about, you know, not worry too much about what's in the video, just keep the videos coming. I don't know. It'd also be good to see what's in price a little bit. This town has some sort of connection with dinosaurs. There's like a dinosaur museum, and there's like some dinosaur like statues over by the on-ramp. So this must be the place where they found some dinosaur bones or something. I know there's a dinosaur called the Utah Raptor, so maybe that's from around here. I don't know. It does kind of make sense. The rocks around here are very like I want to say sandy, so I feel like that's a good type of rock to find fossils in. So I don't know, but yeah, see if there's anything interesting going on downtown, and then get to the library. So yeah, I hung out at the library today mostly. It did rain again, but I do feel like, you know, I could have probably gone out and hitchhiked today. But you know what? What's the rush? It's fine. I know that for sure tomorrow's going to be clear. And, you know, why not just wait until you're sure? It's not that big of a deal. And, I don't think Monday's a great day to hitchhike anyway. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So yeah, tomorrow morning I'm gonna get out there, stick out the thumb. Hopefully I'll make it to Green River pretty quickly. And honestly, if I just keep at it and I don't stop as soon as I get there, I could probably make it to Grand Junction tomorrow. It's not really that far away. So yeah, I guess we'll see. Alright, it's time to get something done today. Weather's nice. It's still pretty cold. The wind is cold. I don't know. Should I go and hitchhike first, or should I go play some music and try to make some money or something? I don't really know. I don't need to do that exactly, so I think I should just go try and hitchhike. I don't know how it's gonna go. It can be kind of hit or miss in a small town like this, but I think it's probably better than sitting around inside, that's for sure. Alright, I'm doing the hitchhiking thing. I'm gonna have this dinosaur to keep me company. Alright, well, I got a ride, but I think I've just been moved to a worse spot, basically. Like 5 miles down the road. So, okay. It's a truck stop, but it's not like a huge one. So, hopefully this goes okay. I don't know. Well, that down there is Green River, and you can see why they call it that, because absolutely everything else around here is barren as hell. It's just like not even any shrubs really, a little bit here and there. That's pretty crazy. You got some really sweet, iconic looking, I don't know what you call that. Is that a butte? Could be. Some of the stuff over here. Yeah, that's that like nice chunky chimney looking rock. Some of this stuff just looks like it's got bites taken out of it. That's pretty sweet. I like that stuff. Yeah, so they dropped me off at this Love's here. But I think I gotta just keep moving like immediately. So this is I-70 over here, so it should be pretty possible to get to Grand Junction today if I get the right ride. It's like about twice the distance I just covered. So yeah, I will be doing that. So I was looking around and I thought, you know, this looks like quartzite or whatever, and I bet if I just looked around there'd be some cool rocks, and sure enough there is. So this here is like some chert that's got like just a crystal formation in the center there. See that? That's fun. And then this one, it's got a little band of agate. Nothing that you could really, like, you know, nothing to write home about, I guess, but it's just fun that, you know, you can like look around and you can actually find some stuff. I guess this one's not really that special, but you know, there's at least a couple of things, some little agates around and stuff like that. It's kind of fun, you know. And I'm just looking at the side of the road here. I'm sure there's like, you know, I'm sure there's lots of stuff around. Alright, well, I did try to hitchhike out for a little bit, but it didn't seem like it was working. I figured I already made quite a bit of distance today, so might as well just kind of call it quits and wait for tomorrow. I can't get on the internet at all. The Love's has they have Wi-Fi, but it's like paid Wi-Fi, so you have to sign up for their program, pay money to use it. So until I get to somewhere with actual Wi-Fi, I'm just a no internet guy, which is fine. It's not really a big deal. I keep looking at this thing over here and thinking, like, it reminds me of well, it reminds me of a game called Crimson Skies from the original Xbox, like 2005 or something. It took place in sort of steampunk fantasy Midwest or Southwest, and it had a lot of this sort of stuff, and you were flying airplanes and you could probably like fly through that little mouth there. It's just a really really crazy landscape, and then just the nothing, just the bare dirt. I feel like I'm using the same words over and over again, but you know what I mean. Just the absolute barren earth, dusty, just like nothing going on. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Alright, this morning, I was thinking about it a little bit last night, and I think that, you know, I've kind of thought for at least the last couple of years that truck stops can kind of be a bit of a trap. They seem like they would be really good for hitchhiking, but in actuality they're just really expensive and often hard to get out of. Not impossible, and honestly, if you're the sort of person who likes to go out and talk to people, it might even be a good thing. You know, go talk to truckers and stuff. But for me, nah. For me, truck stops are a trap. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go walk into town and try and find a different on-ramp and see how that goes. At least in town I can find like some Wi-Fi. You know, it's a little embarrassing how much of a internet addict I am, but like, it is what it is. You know what, looking at the curve of the road up ahead, you can't really see it from here, but looking at the curve of the road up ahead, it looks like it actually goes out that way a significant distance. So going into town this way may not actually be the best idea, but I at least want to get on the internet for a little bit so I can look at the map. My map, for some reason it's even more glitched than normal. Like at some point since I last got on the internet, it like reset completely or something, and I don't even have the satellite imagery from the areas that I've been to. So I don't know what's up with that, but I need to get back on the internet to look at the map, and then you know, download some more stuff that I can watch, and maybe I will just end up walking back out here, but that's fine. I'm not really that bothered about it. Well, I just walked pretty much the entire length of town, I believe. I've ended up at this truck stop. Yeah, I don't know. There's no Wi-Fi anywhere in town, basically. Didn't see anything. There's no chain restaurants at all. No, like McDonald's, no Wendy's, no Taco Bell. There was a library, but I couldn't like see it. Like there was a sign that said there was a library, but I didn't see it anywhere, so I just kept walking. I got not stopped, but there's these two Mormon missionaries, young guys, couldn't have been older than like 21, and they started talking to me. They came up and walked up beside me and started talking to me about Jesus and, you know, Mormon God. And you know, it was kind of an interesting conversation, but at the end of the day it was kind of like, you know, they eventually made their pitch, and I had to be like, nah, it's not happening, sorry. And then I came over here and I sat down at this quote-unquote truck stop, which is actually just the gas station, I think. It does have, like, you know, diesel which I guess is why they call it a truck stop, but it's really small. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get anywhere from here. So I'm probably going to have to walk back over to the other truck stop. But I don't know. I guess for now I'm just going to rest a little bit. And I don't know. People are kind of talkative around here, so maybe I'll have some conversations or something. Well, would you look at what just pulled up right in front of me? I asked the driver as he was coming in if they're going east or west, and he is going east. And he said it's $20 to take me to Grand Junction, and I do happen to have $20 in cash right now. So I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and take it. It saves me having to walk back to the truck stop in the heat, and it saves me having to try and hitchhike. So that sounds pretty good to me. I mean, $20 is not nothing, but I still got stuff in PayPal and stuff, so I think it should be all right. Alright, I've made it to Grand Junction. Unfortunately, they've dropped me in another fucking truck stop with nothing around. So I'm gonna have to probably walk for a while. Let me just like recap what happened in the last like few days and how incredibly coincidental it was. Put my stuff down. So after I got to Price, I played some music, got $20 from that, recorded a bunch of music, put that up, got $50 as a donation as a result of that. I spent a bunch of money on just like fast food and stuff, and then I got a ride out like 5 miles down to a random truck stop, played some music out front with the main goal of getting out, but I actually did make $8 there. Ended up getting over to Green River to a truck stop where I decided to try and find a different exit to hitchhike on, and ended up just randomly at this Pilot gas station that for all intents and purposes shouldn't really even exist. Just sat there and a Greyhound bus pulled up in front of me, and I happened to have like the exact amount of cash I needed to get on that bus and get here to Grand Junction. What a very strange sequence of events. It just all worked out in a really bizarre way. That's just the magic of the road, man. Like, stuff happens, and I mean, I know it could all just be coincidence, but it's like coincidence after coincidence after coincidence that all just comes together to make things happen. So, I don't know. It's awesome. Alright, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. That was a really eventful week or so. Really fun. It's been a long time since I hitchhiked, and that was just a great way to get back into it. So, yeah. I'm in Grand Junction now, and probably going to be here for a little bit, and then, I don't know, I'm trying to sort of plan my route through Colorado. I've been saying that I want to pretty much just spend the whole summer here, and not go too far out of the way one way or the other. But I think there's lots of spots to hit in Colorado, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but I'm here now, so it's time to start planning that. Alright, so let's go ahead and read the donations. I've got $50 from Joseph. He said, "Hey Ross, I like your editing. You keep it moving with the landscapes, tours of the towns, and your thoughts. The cooking too. I'm going to try the rice and anchovies. Praying for your safe travels and direction." Thank you very much, Joseph. That's means a lot to hear. You know, I'm always trying to do better, but I think I'd have a pretty good sense for for the editing. I mean, I've been doing it for a while, so I guess I should. But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've got $10 from Paul, who said, keep on rocking. Thank you very much, Paul. I've got $50 from Catherine, who said, beautiful voice. It takes a special type of person to put themselves out there with their God-given gift. Good job. That last song seemed to resonate with the passersby. God bless, Cat. Yeah, so that was on the video of that just like street session video that I put out on my second channel. I put a little bit of that in this video, so if you want to see the rest of it, you can check it out on the second channel. I think I played like 6 songs or something like that. And it went rather well. So glad to hear that you liked it. And yeah, trying to still keep moving on that. I've been doing some more busking and stuff. Hopefully I'm just going to continue doing that all the way through Colorado. Colorado is a good place for busking. People seem appreciative of it for the most part. So yeah, thank you, Catherine. I have $40 from Quinn, who said, I'm going up to Williams, Arizona in June. Well, good luck with that. I have not been to Williams. I looked it up. It's like a little bit west of Flagstaff, which I have been to. It's also just south of the Grand Canyon, so lots of stuff to do around there. I love Arizona, so good luck with that, Quinn. Thank you for the $40. And then I have $20 from David, who said, hope you're staying positive. I would say I am staying positive. I was pretty down in Salt Lake City just because my stupid mental health was not allowing me to do the things I wanted to do. And I got rather frustrated with myself for that. And also I wasn't playing any music. Well, that's not totally true, but not as much as I wanted to. So I was getting a little down at that point, but then I think that week on the road kind of was a nice refresher. And I'm feeling alright right now. So, yeah, thank you for the $20, David. That is all the donations for today. So, not sure what the next video will be like. I might take my time with it because I don't really... It's not going to be as fast-paced as this one. But we'll see what happens. You never really know. So, look forward to that one. And, yeah, we'll see you in the next one.